Okay, good. All right. Well, look, welcome everyone. My name is James Sanderson, and I'm in London. And I'm very pleased to welcome Eddy Vermeir, who is a 100 Club with Juice Plus, and he's based with his wife Peggy in Belgium. And they have been very, very successful over the last particularly over the. I mean, you've been always very successful, Eddy, but you've been super successful in the last 3 years or 5 years.
Actually, we started online business near 5 years ago. It's
Right.
all time flies, right?
Time flies, yeah.
So it's, let's say we became really successful, like lifting off of about 4 years ago. Yeah.
Great. Okay. Well, look. First of all, obviously, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
And George, you're in Romania, aren't you, at the moment?
Yes, I'm traveling as I'm taking a mini holiday just to visit a few friends and catch up with them.
Okay, great. Well, look, I know you're going to be asking a few questions as well. So, but why don't we just start, Eddy, just asking a little bit about, first of all, just to set things in context, a little bit about your background and how you first got to become involved with Juice Plus.
Okay, it's a long time ago, as you know. I think it must be around 25 years now. So in the business. It took me 15 years to become a national marketing director. Before, I was working 2 jobs, always, struggling to pay the bills because we were, we call it actually working like a modern slave, working for a paycheck, but it was not enough to pay the bills. To live a normal life, let's say, here in Belgium. So I really was looking for something else because I was working my ass off and I had no savings, okay? So I was looking for, I had also the ambition, I knew there must be something out there for me, with what fits for me to become more, to have more success in life. I never heard about network marketing, never before. So actually, this is also the first company I joined at a long time ago. But when I saw this opportunity, I was invited offline. I went to a meeting. I saw the opportunity and I took it with my both hands. Okay, I grabbed it. So but of course, after that, it took me 15 years to become a national marketing director. Now, these days, as you know, James, we have people become national marketing directors in less than a year. So it's time changed a lot, everything changed, especially when we start working online. So I became a national marketing director, but to be honest, it was okay, but I had another vision in my mind. Okay, so I wanted more. I knew if some people like you, a lot of people out there making a good life, a good living, I knew it could be more. But anyway, we were struggling actually to find a solution because everyone who was joining was like, okay, I joined now, so now what? Okay, go out there, talk to people, right? That was the case actually. So it took actually a lot of time to become if a person became successful. And then, like you said, about 4 or 5 years ago, we started doing business online, and I couldn't believe my own eyes. Okay, so it was really an eye-opener. We needed to learn a lot. I will show you today also a few things, what we know, the new things, what we are doing now. But it was really, really, we needed to slap ourselves in the face. It was going so fast, okay? So, and that's why now to give you an idea, last month in May, I went, not 300 club, in Payline, I mean, 295 clubs. I don't know in total, but in Payline it's 295. So it's really, really nearby 300.
Wow.
Yeah. So and a lot of people, but that's you know, that's not really the how can I say, the most important thing. The most important thing is the people in the team. So in the meantime, so when I want a national marketing director, at that time I had one national marketing director in my team also over the years. Today I think it's like 34 or so. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot of people working on the same way, having the same success, and that's what makes me happy, of course, because there's nothing great. There's no greatness in being on the top yourself, isn't it, James? So it's really nice when you see people going up the stairs and touch the top positions. So that's a really nice feeling. I'm not sure if you have some questions.
Yes, no, absolutely. So, Eddie, first of all, I mean, obviously, you know, we're most interested, of course, in what has happened in the last 5 years, really. And we're interested, ideally, in being as specific as possible about what is actually happening and how people are achieving their success. So, can you just give me an example of maybe someone or a couple of people that have gone on to achieve national marketing director within, let's say, a year? And what has been their approach? What have they done to achieve that? And obviously, there are a number of people that you have worked with that you have helped move through to that level of success. How have you got them started? What have you encouraged them to do, and what have they done to get that level of traction and success?
Okay. What we do is we made, because in the beginning it was something else, okay? We needed to figure out everything. So we started with a support group. You have a support group, James, right?
On Facebook?
On Facebook, right? So we started with that. Then later on we started also with the VIP room. You know, it was more private. We put some people in and we took them out. You know, before and after pictures about everything.
So Eddie, just say again. You started with the support group, and then what did you say?
Then we started also with a VIP room. We called it a VIP room. You know,
it's a VIP room.
Yes.
Right.
So what's in a VIP room is actually we put like before, it's like for potential customers. What they see there is all testimonials of real people. Okay, real people who put it in themselves, because there's not, for example, there is a Juice Plus testimonial Facebook page in the UK, you know that?
Yes.
Okay. For example, if I take some pictures and testimonials of this page and I put it in my group, that's kind of fake. That's a kind of fake, because this person is not in our group. It's just like, you know, you even can take a picture on Google, Mr. Google, you know, take some before and after picture. Sure. And you talk about these pictures. It's kind of, people, the experience for people is like it's fake, because it's not a real. It's just a picture and a testimonial, but it's not from me. So we created a VIP room with all customers and of course also distributors who are putting their own testimonials, their own you know, and you can see this person is in that group. It's no fake, which is a really big difference, okay? But that was, so also there we stopped doing that, because we believed we cut, to keep it like a secret, we cut actually our potential. So what we did now is we opened the group for customers and potential customers. And it's now, it's not even a year, but there are about 140,000 people in it.
Wow.
So, which means that's a lot of people, and that creates a lot of how do you say it?
Energy.
Dynamic, you know.
Yeah.
It creates a lot of action. So that means you need to keep an eye on it also. So that's why we with our leaders, for example, on Monday you take care of the group. On Tuesday I take care of the group. On Wednesday you take care of the. You know, we have a plan. Because otherwise,
when you say Eddie, take care of the group, what do you mean by that?
Well, see, you know, that's not always positivity, okay? So when some people are, or even people from other networks, or trying to fish, or try to promote their own products or whatever. Right. So we need to keep an eye on it, okay? The group is open, but that makes also we need to keep an eye on it because of the negativity or the posts we don't want.
Right.
So you need to take them out, okay? So that's what we did now. So I'll show you in a minute, okay, how it works. So that's what we do, but for distributors to from dealer to NMD, it's not only the group, okay? So they need to be committed because we know 95% of all distributors are not 100% committed to become an NMD, isn't it, James?
Yeah. Oh, so, yeah, sure.
So we need to take care, because we cannot take care of, for example, 100 people. We need to take care of 5 people.
Yeah.
Okay. Work with the workers is always the same. It never changes. Work with the workers. Because all the rest is just doing it, you know, whenever they like, or, you know, they don't live the passion. So that's fine. So, okay, that's great. You know, welcome in our team, but they need to understand our time is really precious. So we need to work with the workers. It's up to them. If they decide, I become a worker, you know, you know what I mean?
I understand, yeah.
Okay, or not. It can just be a hobby in that way, okay?
Sure.
So that's really important. You need to focus on what on your people, okay?
Yeah. So let me ask you, Eddie. So okay, so you start with the Facebook group, support group, and then you move to the VIP group, and now it's all open. But now, if you just take me through what people are doing to get the massive traction to go.
Okay. Good question. What we are doing now today, of course, if you just put your own Facebook friends in the group, that's fine if you have a few thousand friends. But it's when you only have, for example, 100 friends, you're running out of friends, right? So that's it, 100, and that's it. What we are doing is we are going to look to profiles who might be fit as a potential customer or a potential distributor. When we find somebody like that, okay, but don't waste enough time, don't waste a lot of time in it. But when you think, okay, this might be a prospect, we send them a friendship request.
Right. And let me ask you this, where do you find these people who you are seeking to profile? Where do you find them?
Okay, for example, not in the profiles of colleague Juice Plus distributors, not.
Of course.
Okay, for example, you have a customer. So that means you are friends with this customer. Common friends, okay?
Yes.
You dive into their friends.
Yes.
Okay? When you find for example, a potential customer, you can send them a friendship request. It's more easier to accept this friendship request for this person because you're already common friends with their friend.
Yes.
Isn't it? So don't look for if you don't have common friends, it's actually it's tougher.
Yeah.
But you need to be careful also, because if they have more than one, if you have more than one common friend with your customer, you need to check out who is the other friend.
Yeah.
If it's not a Juice Plus distributor, it's also fine.
Okay.
Eddie?
And you can dive into their friends, okay? So now you have two common. this person sees you have maybe 2 or 3 common friends. So it's easier to say, yes, let's be friends.
Right.
And then you send them, of course, a thank you. What we are doing, for example, is a thank you for accepting my friendship request as a gift. I don't know how to explain, but let's say as a gift for you, for accepting me. I send you a recipe of, for example, a healthy chocolate cake, whatever. It can be, it can be a lot of things, right?
Yep.
You just send it, okay? Hope you like it. If they say, normally, James, they say, oh, thank you. Oh, wow, thank you. When they do that, you can say, you know what? I will add you to a group where you can find a lot of those things. So I didn't talk a word about Just Plus. I didn't talk a word about healthy lifestyle or losing weight or whatever. Because otherwise it's no, for sure.
Yeah.
That's why we don't use any, I'm really passionate about Just Plus. You know that, James, just like you, okay? But you will, okay, now with a video of Bear Grylls, for example, or something about Barcelona, it's fine. But for the rest of the year, you don't see anything about Just Plus on my page. Nothing. You know why? Because if people see that, because if you send them a friendship request and they see you are in business with products, they will not accept you as much as they do with us.
Right.
Okay? So we put them then in the group. What we are doing, James, is when some distributor, we have an agreement in the Unstoppable Generation. When somebody is putting somebody into the group, it's their potential customer. I cannot go after him or her anymore. That's our rule, okay? And it works perfectly because you are free, I can do it. Nobody is going to touch my potential customers.
Yep.
They just need to look for themselves for potential customers, okay? We just put them all together in the group. And we do this 3 to 5 potential customers a day. So we are sending sometimes 3 to 5 to 10, some people 15, 20 friendship requests a day.
Yeah.
Okay? It's online. It costs nothing, zero. What do you have to lose?
Yeah.
Nothing.
No, absolutely.
No, actually you do. You have a lot of things, a lot of potential, maybe potential NMDs to lose if you don't do it.
No, absolutely. So, for example, let's say you're getting someone started in their first month and they are dead set to become an NMD. Mm-hmm. What would their first month look like in terms of activity?
Well, you will figure it out right away if they are really keep their word, okay? Because a lot of people, everybody wants to become an NMD, and everybody wants to become a 6 or 7 figure income earner, isn't it?
Yeah.
But not really everyone. Only 5% will have the courage to go for it, and keep the focus to do it. Okay, but anyway, we will see. That's always the same. When we see, okay, when people coming to you, okay, James, now one, okay, I made the first customer, okay, I put 5 people into the group. No, you put more into the group. For example, I put 5 people into the group and I have no customer. What do you expect actually? Start with 50. Okay, so when some people make their first customer after their first potential in the group, but sometimes you need to put in 10, 20, 30. It depends, okay? But that's our job. Make sure within the 48 hours they make their first customer and their first distributor. That's our job. Work with the workers.
Yeah.
Okay. If they say, yeah, but I cannot talk about my friends about this bit, bye. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye. Not really bye, but you know what I
I
mean.
understand. So it's the first customer, first distributor within the first 48 hours working with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. To give you an example, we sponsored a lady actually a long time ago, and she was not ready. You know, she was. It does mean if they do not start right away in the way it should be, it doesn't mean they can think about it and they, you know, over time they start doing the good job. For example, we sponsored a girl, I think now at least 8 to 9 months ago. It was really a no-go, really no-go. But she sponsored one person 2 months ago, one person. And this person became an SDD in the first month and an SC in the second month. Now you should see how she flies. Okay, so this is why it's not really only about making the first customer, but also making the first distributor.
Right.
If possible, within the 48 hours. Why? Because of the belief system. If they make the first customer, they know it works. Yep. It works. Yes, I go further. If they make their first distributor within the 48 hours, yes, it works, and they go further. My advice to every single distributor, to give you an idea, every distributor I sponsor frontline, and they ask me what I need to do to become a national marketing director, that's always the same. Sponsor 100 people frontline as soon as possible. Then they keep like eyes like this, and then I'm just saying, just trust me. If you do what it needs to take, you will become what it will. You will become an NMD. What we are doing also, of course, with this person is going really straight. Okay, we have video training in Dutch, of course. We have a video training because otherwise they are taking my time all the time. That's not possible. Okay, that's not why I signed this in this company. Okay. So we made video training, you know, like for example 3 to 5 people a day in the group. That's the first thing. Okay, then a script. Okay, of course you cannot follow up everyone, but just pick some what you think this might be a potential customer or a potential distributor. Go after them. Okay, just be nice in try to pick a conversation. So, and that's how we follow up also to fasten the process, to make sure we make a customer right away or we make a distributor right away. We have a support group for customers, so we put them in over there. It's yours. I put them in. They are mine. Nobody can touch it. But if this person is, for example, interested and they react under, for example, a before and after or a testimonial, we, the admins, we see it. Like I said, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on. We see it, and then we tag this person and the distributor. For example, George, James will contact you as soon as possible. We tag both of you. Okay, so James, you know, you put George into the group, you go after him because George is interested, because he just said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, next to that, we have a distributor group. What we are doing there is actually, we tell our stories as distributors. Do you have something like that?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we show some figures over there because it's a closed group. We need to pay attention because we cannot post it on Facebook, right? So we do it over there. So we put people over there, you know, as potential customer. Potential distributor. So when we tag them under, for example, 2 or 3 messages, testimonials. And then we go after them again. Is it something for you or not?
And how long, Eddie, would the potential distributors come into the group? Are they allowed to come in forever?
Well, yes, we put them in. We try to, within the 48 hour or 24 hours, just take a look. But it's too much work. We put them in. If they don't like it, they can sign out themselves out.
Right. So you're not bringing them out. They either sign them and keep the people.
Of course, if they say some really negativity, yeah, right, I don't believe this shit or whatever. I'm just saying we take them out, of course.
Okay, no, I understand.
Okay,
So, Eddie, I'm just going to ask George very quickly. George, okay,
Oh,
George, that good, yeah. So George, I'd just like you to ask a few questions of Eddie because obviously you're coming at this from a particular angle. So have you got a question you'd like to ask?
Well, yeah, before that, I do like your Facebook strategy, Eddie. It sounds bulletproof and it's really solid. There was one point where you said that when you see the potential customer, you send a friendly request. What I was thinking is, do you follow up after that with a promotion to admin where they can invite their own friends? So what you're saying is, instead of sending a friendship request, you promote them to admin for an hour or a day, okay? And that allows them to invite their friends in, okay? So you're talking about a person that you just met with 1,000 contacts, 1 hour, you just brought in another 1,000. So you kind of streamline the process and brings even more. It's with a friend's request. Yeah. I'm just thinking a simple thing to do to even boost, even if what is it? 140,000 people in a group, and from that point, the person feels more involved. And hey, that's great, isn't it?
It happens, George. I got the point. It happens. Yeah. It happens, but it's not happening that often as you think. Okay. Yeah. So what we are doing then is, for example, we because every person somebody is adding to the group, we approve, okay? Because we have a lot of from other companies, don't say names, but from other companies trying to dive into our group because they know we are successful, so they want to see how we are doing, or they try to fish our customers,
Yeah, consider the size of your group. That's
so we need to approve every single one. So that's why we give also some Zoom calls about this. Okay, it's like be careful before you put somebody into the group. Please check their profile, because normally, if there are, for example, distributors by beep, whatever, you can see it right away, because those people, they're most of the people, even just plus people, they put the products on their pages. So it's very easy to notice, okay, no way, delete, block this person right away, okay? So so that's one. If somebody is adding a friend, for example, this friend, because this if it is a customer, if it's already a customer who is adding a friend, then it's easy to find, okay? Because the link is right away. You can find it right away. We are not going to dive into it like crazy, okay? So that's because we don't have the time for that. What we are doing then is, for example, because everybody in, how do you call it? The message in the group, the main message in the group. I don't know how you call it in English.
Description.
Yes, something like that. It says, if you don't have a coach yet, if you want to more information about our programs, okay, then just put a heart under this message. So everybody who is putting a heart under this message, we go find out who it is. For example, you did it, George, so we find that we can easily find you and the person, James, who put you into the group.
That is very intelligently.
Okay, so and that's why I said we tag the admin of the day will tag you because you just put a heart in it. They will tag you and James, and they will they put a line. You know, George, James will contact you as soon as possible. So you know it, and James knows it.
And how many admins do you have on the page right now on the group?
It's we are. I believe it's not that much. So it's just about NMDs or higher, and those guys are free to point some people, you know, SSC or QNMDs, you know, because they need to learn also the system, and they help the NMDs as the admins of the day. Okay,
that's good.
But it's not a lot. Let's say like 10 or so, and the rest is like SSC and QNMD persons who we ask actually to give a hand.
Right. And the next question is, what sort of content do you share on the customer page? Because you, as you said, the first start is on the customer page where you get to interact, but you don't really post much about Juice Plus.
No.
Do you related stories as like?
No, indeed. We post because even if a customer is also, every post needs to be approved by an admin.
Hey, sure.
Okay. Because if even it's a customer who is really super enthusiastic about the products, about the program, about the follow-up, whatever, and they call the coach, the distributor, the coach by their name, or they are mentioned Juice Plus. We go back to this customer and we ask them, let's be neutral, okay? We want to keep this group neutral, no product names, no distributor names, and they understand. It's like, wow, okay, wow, this is great. Even this is great because we don't even mention Juice Plus, right? So they love it. They just love it. So we do not post anything about products, nothing. I can show you, but maybe you have other questions for me.
Well, if you can share a screen, that'd be great. If you can, Eddy, that would be fascinating.
Let me, because I think my screen is for, yes. Okay,
you know, on the Zoom, you can go down, and on the bottom you can.
Yeah, I know.
But George, whilst Eddy might be preparing that, do you have another question?
Do you do any Facebook ads?
No, we did before. We went really fast before with Facebook ads, but it became really expensive.
Yes, right now it's
most of the people, especially the people who start in this business, they don't have the money. They are in the business for the money, but they don't have the money. So that's why we changed everything. So that's why it took us about 1 year to really, how can I say, to put in, to come back in the game again, in a way of speaking, okay?
Yeah,
so that's why we do not use Facebook profiles, fan pages, ads. We don't do it anymore. What we are, and because with a system of 3 to 5 people a day put into the group, it costs zero money and it works. We just need to work a little harder than before with the ads, because then they came to us. Now we need to work ourselves. That's the only difference, but it's zero money, and it works.
I get it. And do you share any events, Juice Plus related events on your page?
Yes, of course, we do. But we for example, now this one in Barcelona, all of us are going there. But and of course we have also the Power Days, and of course we also going over there. But there are so many conventions, and most of the people cannot afford it. So that's why we said, okay, guys, from now on we are going to just pick 1 or 2, and that's it. before we went to to UK, to Italy, to Germany, you know. So,
so now you're looking for a large group to join into that.
yes, yeah, it's better. It's more powerful,
Yeah.
also for the team. It's more coming together. You know, it's like let's having a party afterwards. You know, it's much. In my opinion, it's better. Okay.
Absolutely.
What I also, and especially you, George, what you can do, or James, when you have, maybe it's better to I talk to James now for this one. You need to open a chat. Let me show you.
I'm going to mute you, George, briefly.
Sure.
Excuse me. Okay, let me show you. What is this? So as you can see, we have a 110 calls. Actually, we have more. We have 3, but anyway, to give you an idea, we started this one to motivate because we don't have events, don't have meetings. Okay, but it's really necessary to come together somewhere, to see some action somewhere. Okay, so that's why we created the 110 chat. What does it mean? Every person in my team, I mean in the UG, because we have a lot of NMDs who are making their own movement and so on. But for the UGs, every distributor, new one, even NMDs, whatever, they make a customer, they put it in here. Let me show you. Like you can see, okay, this is the one who went from in 2 months to SC. We call this program calls Deluxe, but it's just to give you an idea. It's the fruits and veg capsules and the shakes. That's in our program. It calls Deluxe lifestyle, healthy lifestyle.
Deluxe, yeah.
Okay, Deluxe, greetings from Spain. Okay, so she made a customer in Spain, and you can see I can go on for hours, and it's really funny also. You know, it's everybody is happy, everybody is is freaking out if they make a customer, and so on and so on. But you got the picture, right?
Yeah, and when you say it's a 110-1 contest, what do you meaning by that? Each distributor brings in 10 customers and develops one distributor?
Yes, that's correct, James. So one is you. You make 10 customers and 1 new distributor. If you do that, and you can see it also here. So okay, voila, I have one right away. You see, when they have a 110-1, they also mention it. It's like, yeah. Okay, now with the 110-1, if you have a 110-1, they need to send the form. It's just an Excel file, okay, to their upline NMD. I'm the one who's putting everything together, and at the end of the quartal, I don't know how you call it in English. After 3 months,
yep.
We have a draw. And for example, so that's why we went to Marrakesh. Okay, with a couple who won the Marrakesh incentive, the flight, the villa, everything. Okay, it doesn't have to be that expensive, but it can be, for example, a ticket for Barcelona. Okay, it works, James. It really, really works. It's motivating also for people. Some people are coming in, and maybe for some people it's frustrating, and they get out. But that are not the persons who will never ever become a national marketing director. So I don't care. Yeah. I do this for the people who become motivated with this.
Yeah, good. Okay. Now, George, do you have a couple more questions, or one question, another question?
Do you do any other social media platforms?
Well, not exactly. And Peggy is trying to do something with Instagram, but it's not really the same. it's pretty difficult in my opinion. But I know in the UK, a long time ago, somebody went national marketing director by Instagram. How?
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's more for the younger people, I guess. So James, knock yourself out, I would say. But my advice is work with both of them if you want to use another platform. Okay.
Would you please share the screen of your Facebook group?
Yes, this is it. We call it lose weight and feel great. Lose weight, of course, for losing weight, and feel great. It means for, you know, sports, feeling great, you know, healthy. Okay. So as you can see, it's more than 140,000 members. Okay. This is the message that he's talking about. If you want some information, free information, you just put a heart and we bring you in contact with the person, with your own personal coach. Okay?
Yeah, that's a simple post that you just pin it.
That's a simple post on top of the, you know how it goes, okay?
You pin it.
Now, so what we do here, okay, then you have some pictures, you have recipe. That's what I said, okay? If you have one recipe as a thank you, you send when they accept your friendship request, okay? So they say thank you. You can ask them, you know, not really ask them. You can say, because they became friends, you have the possibility to put them into a group. So in that case, you do that, but you can say, you know what? I will put you into in our group. And you can find literally hundreds of those healthy recipes. So I hope you like it. That's not nothing about spamming, right? It's easy, okay. And of course they see some everything.
Again, what's interesting, Eddie, nothing about Juice Plus at all here. Absolutely nothing.
No, nothing. Zero.
Yeah.
One more question, Eddie, and this goes towards, you know, having the first month of the new distributors joining in. Do you provide them any help on becoming the self-employed basis? Do you offer a support or, you know, guidance?
No. I'm not sure how it works in the UK. If they pop the question about something like that, I'm not how do you call it, an accountant and a bookkeeper.
You give them accountant details.
So you need to go there, and you know, because my situation is probably different than yours. So I might be give you the wrong information. So my advice is go there with your accountant and talk to him.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
It's not our job, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was just wondering how you know, when do you mention that thing?
No. Well, it's, you know, we give them the advice because normally nobody pump this question in the beginning. But if they do, just go to your accountant man, or whatever. You know what?
Yeah, and so Eddie, let me ask you. I mean, obviously you've got massive growth going on. I mean, huge numbers of NMDs coming through. You've got vast numbers of people on your. I don't know what you call it. Your what you know. Lose weight, feel great. You've got 140,000 people on there. How do you, as a leader, oversee everything that is going on? Because there's so much happening. What does your day look like in terms of overseeing what is going on?
Let it go, James. Let it go.
So you basically just, whatever happens is whatever happens.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, you know, you again, it's again, work with your leaders in that case. Trust your leaders in this, you know, give the responsibility in their hands. Give them some, I don't know how you call it. It's like on the same level. I treat them, all of them, even if, for example, and that's also what I'm saying. The only difference between a dealer and an PMD is time. We are no different. I'm just a juice plus distributor, right? Just like you, like the dealer, I just have more experience. I have more. I can show you more how it works and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I'm just a juice plus distributor.
Yep.
So we try to keep them on the same level. There's no level actually for us, but it's all about trust. And sometimes, of course, sometimes that's painful. But anyway, it happens, and you need to let it go. You need to make sure your leaders are taking care of everything. Okay, you are there to keep.
So let me ask you. Obviously, you say you don't run any meetings as such.
No.
But how often do you meet with your leaders, or how often do you meet with the wider team? You know, obviously, you said you've got the online, you know, the Facebook interaction, the 1-10-1, and all that. But how often do you meet with your team?
Well, I have a weekly conversation on Friday morning every week with our inner circle, and our inner circle is actually, there are people who are actually thinking all the time. How can we improve? How can we, you know, let's try this one out. Let's try like the 1-10-1, like the changing the group, like all those things is made by the inner circle. Of a few, it's only 5-6 people. 5-6. The rest of the NMDs, they just go, they just want to fly. They just do what comes on their way. When we provide, they take it and they go further. Okay? So because not everyone is, it does mean when you become a national marketing director, it doesn't mean you know, a leader is something else. You know, a position has nothing to do with with leadership actually, or with having ideas.
Yep.
Some people just go through, you know, follow the tools, follow the way, and they become a even PMD, and that's it. No, and that's it.
Yep.
But it's in every, you know, it's also out there in companies. You know, you have a lot of people over there on the table, but at the end of the day, it's only about a few people who are making decisions.
Yeah. So, Eddy, I mean, obviously you've had a huge amount of success in the last 5 years. Where do you see this going? Where do you see the potential of this? What do you feel about where we will be in the next 5 years? What's your feeling?
Well, honestly, I still believe, and it sounds like a cliche, but I still believe we didn't even start it. We really didn't even start it. Because if you see some other company, don't call the name, what they are still doing with the numbers they are making, with, to be honest, a shitty product. When you realize what we do, what we have in mind, it's just our job to tell the world, okay, and not by calling the name, but by giving the service, by giving the follow-up, by providing the real things, you know, you know, the service actually.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it.
Okay, it's not only selling, but also taking care of our customer, taking care of our new distributor. Okay, when we sponsor 100 people frontline, it doesn't mean just sponsor frontline and we will see what's going to happen. No, talk to every single distributor. Find out what they want. Find out if they want to do what's necessary to become, to reach their goal, to reach their dreams. If not, fine.
Yep.
Next.
Yep.
That's it.
Eddy, just tell us, you know, I mean, private call, but what sort of incomes are some of the people achieving that you're bringing in?
What
are some of the incomes that people are achieving that you're bringing in? What are some of the incomes that are being achieved in your
What
team?
they want to reach, you
No,
mean?
what people are reaching. What are some people reaching in income within your team on a
In
monthly
my
basis?
team,
Yeah.
like in these and so.
Yeah, what are some of the incomes that people are achieving in your team?
Well, I don't know. I don't know exactly the exact number, but we have already a lot of six-figure income earners.
Yeah, so they're earning 100,000 euro a
Yes,
year.
at least, because we, for example, me and Peggy, we are multiple six figures. Okay,
Yeah.
we are not yet seven-figure together. not,
But you're
not
close.
yet, but that's our goal now.
Yeah.
It's not really about the money; it's just a goal.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But most of the people in my team, let's say, well, most of them, like let's say the national marketing directors, or let's say they're making 10,000 a month, 10 to 15,000 a month.
10 to 15,000 euro a month.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. The ones who stay in unstoppable generation, I must say, because some people, and that's really an awful thing, but it's just happening, you know. Some people walk away. It's also happening with Paolo Miucci, in Paolo Miucci's team. Some people became really superstars, and then the ego is playing the part. It's
I
they
understand.
walk away, they start their own movement, and they are losing actually everything.
When you say start their own movement, what do you mean? They start within Juice Plus or?
Yeah, no, in Juice Plus, even in Juice Plus. So that's painful because it's not really, it's all about teamwork. We are nothing without a team. I mean, without the hands of the team, because if you have a support group, if you have a distributor group, if you have a one-on-one chat, if you all need to do it yourself or try to point fingers, it doesn't work.
No.
It has to be, it needs to come from the heart, right? Or the passion. So that's also why Paolo Miucci always say, UG first and then you. And what he means with that is first the team and then your own things, you know?
Yeah.
And that's really important. If you get that, for example, you, James, you are the leader of the band over there, okay? Yeah. It's just all about respect. It's nothing about ego. It's just let's do this. Not like I go my own way. I do it in a different way. They're all allowed to do it in a different way. But hey, just try it out, you know.
Yeah.
But they come back after they lost everything, almost everything.
When you say they've lost almost everything, what happens? I mean, they become too experimental, or what happens?
Look, the team member, their team, because some people make a decision, a really bad decision to leave UG, for example, to leave their main team. They go out, they try to set up, because they say, I'm going to do my own movement. You don't have a movement until it's there. That's something they don't get, okay? There is no movement. You can say, I'm going to build up my new movement, but hey, good luck. But those people beneath those NMDs, they are, of course, they are missing the main part, the feeling, the main team. They are missing it.
I understand. So it becomes too much about their own ego rather than the team.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand. And so they feel they want to be the superstar as opposed to working with the team.
We know a lot of people like that, James.
It's a very characteristic in life. But I like that message. If we keep it on the team, everything works.
Yes. If you put the hands together in your team, if everybody, all your leaders coming together, you make a plan with the things, just a few things I said today, like the one-on-one chat, you know, to motivate your distributors, you know, you put effort in it yourself also, all your leaders, not only you, but all your leaders, you know, and also in the group, make a plan. You do this, you do that, okay? It's not like a job, but they need to understand we work together.
Yeah.
You cannot do it alone. George cannot do it alone. Okay, it's just
everybody working together. Yeah.
Working together. Teamwork makes the dream work. That's it.
Yeah.
It never
Well,
changes.
Eddy, look, I mean, we're just up to, believe it or not, I mean, this has been the most amazing conversation, but we're pretty much up to an hour. So we feel like we've, you know, obviously we've taken quite a lot of your time already, but it's been amazing. George, I'm just going to unmute you. George, is there anything else that you would like to ask as a final question?
I'll just say, great work, Eddy. And just like a final question is, do you do any offline events?
No.
No, that's it.
No. What we before did is like in a monthly training.
Yeah.
What we also try to do now, still trying, you know, but not for the next month. We are not, because of vacation and stuff like that. But it was like a chat day. A chat day is bring your computer, and we put from different teams, we put people together, and they going to chat, you know, with potential customers, potential distributors, so everybody can see what the other is doing. Okay, so that's fine, and it's also funny because we also have a bell, you know, if somebody make a customer, it's like the bell is ringing, or a distributor, you know, it's really, it's nice. But it's a small group, because you cannot do it with, for example, 100 people. It's a lot. So we do it in a really, really small group of at maximum 50 people.
How many? 50?
50, 50, yeah.
50, yeah.
So, but that's it, really a maximum, because it's really, it takes a lot of energy, okay? Yeah. So you need to be everywhere.
Yeah. Good. So let me ask you this, Eddy, as a final question, really. You know, some people watching this may be saying, well, you know, I'm still offline, or I'm trying to go online. What words of encouragement would you want to give to people that are wanting to go online but still feel that they're not quite making it online yet?
Well, it's always a start. You need to start somewhere. I remember the first customer we made online. I thought, yes, yes, it's working. Yes, this is it, you know, because we know if we can make one, we can make thousands. But that was really a few days later, it was like a slap in the face, because we made only a few customers, and then it was hard, and it was taking a lot of time in it, and it was like, oh, okay, so we do something wrong. We are doing something wrong. Of course we did, because we need to figure it out all. How it worked. We needed a group. We needed a script, because we didn't have a script. You need to provide a script, you know, a simple script. You don't need to copy paste. Don't do that, because that's not working. Okay, but you need to make a script like an example, and every distributor needs to make it their own. Of course, without claims and stuff. Okay, but they need to put in themselves into the script.
And when you say the script, Eddy, what is that script about then? It's a script about Juice Plus as a product, or their story?
No. It's, first of all, it's about, you know, put into the group and stuff like that. Okay. Then when you go in the follow-up, it's like, did you find some recipe? For example, did you find some nice recipes, blah, blah, blah? Did you saw this? Do you know, because you cannot say to people, I think you need to lose some weight. That's something you cannot say, okay? So, but you can ask if they know some people maybe have benefits to add them into the group. Stuff like that. Did you saw this testimonial? Did you saw this before and after picture?
And at what point would they introduce Juice Plus?
Well, actually, believe it or not, but most, let's say 80%, 80%, when they order a lifestyle program, like for example, an exclusive lifestyle program, that's the fruits, vegetables, and berry capsules and the shakes, we call it an exclusive lifestyle program. If they receive it at home, that's the first moment they see it's about Juice Plus. We don't talk about Juice Plus. We are talking about our exclusive lifestyle programs, our unique lifestyle programs. If they ask, what is it? Of course, we say it, okay? But most of the people, 80% do not even know they will receive Juice Plus products at their door. And we are making thousands of customers a month.
Eddy, I think that is it, really. There's nothing more that we can say at this stage. I mean, you have just been absolutely fantastic in terms of your openness.
Why not? We need to do it together, James.
It's very exciting. I mean, you know, we've known each other for years and years, but it's such a thrill to see really how you've mastered this in just such a fantastic way. And as you say, we're a team, and you know, we're so grateful for your input today. Been awesome, really awesome.
Yeah, you know, James, I believe, you know, one day we have, for example, Celia here or George here on the Zoom. For sure, one day, maybe George can help us out, you know, somewhere. And that's how it works. We need to help each other out. We need to be there for each other. Of course, we cannot Zoom every week or every month. It's not possible because we have a lot of things to do. But, you know, occasionally like this, why not? If I can help you out or give you some advice, why not? You would do the same for me, isn't it, Joy?
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, that's it.
Brilliant, Eddy. Well, look, thank you very, very much indeed. And, you know, obviously we look forward to seeing you in Barcelona.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
And have a wonderful time with your new place. You know, I know in Portugal and everything, but we just can't tell you how grateful we are.
You're welcome.
Really look forward to seeing you soon.
Okay, James.
Take care. Thank you very much indeed. Bye for now.
Okay, guys. Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao.
Bye-bye. Bye.